Here we're still working on the construction of the complete plan, the true shape and the end elevation of a truncated solid. Here we have the pentagonal base pyramid, which is cut off with by this cutting plane. All right, so let's talk about the dimensions as we have here. This is the top view and this is the front elevation. For the top view is a pentagon, that's a five-sided polygon, and the length of side is 30 millimeters, as you can see it here. Then we have the height of the pyramid to be 70 millimeters, and then the cutting plane is at angle 30 degree, and then it touches this point of the pyramid, which is 20 millimeters from the base of the pyramid as we have it here. So what we are to do first is to replicate what we see here. Then from there, we are going to produce the complete plan, the true shape, and also the end elevation of this truncated pentagonal base pyramid. Let's see how it goes. So what we are to do first is to produce this pentagon as we see it here, and this is how I'm going to do it. So what we are to do first is to draw a horizontal line here. Here we draw horizontal line, and then I'm going to take a measurement of 30 millimeters on this line. So from this point I will take 30 millimeters from here. So from this point here, so to this point is 30 millimeters. So I'm going to call this point, I will call it, this is point A here, and I will call this point, I will call it point B, okay, as a side of the pentagon. So then the next thing that we are going to do is that we are going to make use of a protractor to get other sides of the pentagon. So we are making use of the protractor because I know that the exterior angle of a pentagon is 72 degrees. So I will set my protractor at this point A here, and then this line on the protractor is along the line that we drew on the paper. Here is 70 and this is 72 degree. Then I will come to point B here. So setting the center of the protractor at this point B as we have it here, and then I will take a measurement. Okay, so from this side I will reach 72 degree from here. So 72 degree from here, this is 70, and then so this is 72, this is 70, so we have 71, so this is 72 degree here. So we have this. Okay, so I'm going to draw a line from point B through this point, so it goes like this. So we have this, and then from this point also I will draw a line from here, so through this point like this. We have this now. So having done that, the next thing that we are going to do to get the side, so we take a measurement of 30 millimeters on this line from point B, take 30 millimeters up, okay, and then from point A here also take 30 millimeters up from point A. So here we have what we have this. Okay, so then the next thing that we are going to do is that to get the remaining two sides, so we are going to take the compass. So we are going to make use of the compass to get the remaining two sides. So I will take this distance AB, which is 30 millimeters, as the length or side of the pentagon, which is the base of the pentagonal base pyramid. So this is 30 millimeters. Put the pin here and then make an arc here like this, and then also put the pin here and make an arc here like this. Okay, so here we have this point. So we are going to join this point together. So join these 2 points. So join them together and make it a thick line at once. So we join these 2 points together like this. Okay, and then we also join these 2 points. We join them together like this. So here we have from here to here. So we join this together. So here we have this, and then I will join these 2 points. I will join them together, and then we also join these 2 points. We join them together like this. Okay, so then down here we also join these 2 points. We join them together like this. All right, so then let's label this point. This is point C here. Okay, and then here we have this point to be point D, and then this point is point E. So we have this pentagon. So now the next thing that we are going to do is to produce the front elevation. So we come up a bit, and then we draw a horizontal line. So here we draw horizontal line like this. Having done that, the next thing that we are going to do is that we are going to draw a vertical line from this point. We draw a vertical line from this point C here to touch the horizontal line here, and then from point B, okay, So we also draw a vertical line from point B, so which goes up like this, okay? Then we draw a vertical line from point A, from point D, and it goes up like this. From point A, we also draw a vertical line to touch the horizontal line. And from point E, we draw a vertical line to touch the horizontal line here. So we have this. All right, so this line here, so it's just like a center line. So I'm going to draw a vertical line from here. I will draw it up like this. So we have this. Okay, that's the midpoint. Okay, then we take a measurement of 70 millimeters from this point. Okay, we take it up here. This is 70 millimeters. So we are connecting this point together. So we connect this point together with the apex, and then we also connect this point together with the apex like this. Okay, we have this, and then we also connect this point together with the apex, so it goes like this. Okay, and then we connect this point together with the apex, so it goes like this. All right, so we have this now. Okay, so the next thing that we are going to do is that we are going to take a measurement of 30 millimeters for us to draw the cutting plane. We take a measurement of 30 millimeters, sorry, 20 millimeters, not 30. This is 20 millimeters. So we draw a line, so or we just mark it here along this 20. So we put a mark here like this. So the cutting plane that we have here is at angle 30 degrees to the horizontal. So we need to draw the cutting plane now. So we set the set square at this point and we draw the cutting plane. So the cutting plane goes like this. All right, so here we have the cutting plane as we see it here. So this part is cut off. So we are going to make this line here. So make this line, we make it a thick line like this. And this line also will make it a thick line. So why are we doing this? Because if I'm looking at the object in this direction, I will see this corner and see this corner. I will see this corner, but this corner will be hidden from me, okay, to be on the other side. So that's why we are making this line a thick line. But this line will be a short dashes line because, as I said, it is hidden from me. So if I'm looking at it in this direction, so we have this now. So we also make this line, we make it a thick line from here to here. And this line also will make it a thick line from here to here. So the base, so we have to make the base thick line all through from this point to this end here. So we have this now. All right, so now let's work on the complete plan, because when we cut this off, we are to show the roughness of the surface here. We have to show it here in the plan, and to do that, we need to draw some line. We need to draw a line from here, a line from here, a line from here. Although for this line that we have here, so that is already drawn, so I can just take a vertical line. So I can just take a vertical line from here down. So we can just take a vertical line from here down like this. Okay, so we have this. Okay, now for the line at this point, so I'm going to do something here by bisecting. So I'm going to bisect this angle. I bisect this angle like this. Okay, so we need to bisect it. Okay, so then we also need to bisect this angle. So we are just doing this to get the to bring out a line from this point. So I'll also draw an arc. I want to bisect this, and that is why I'm drawing this arc that we have here. Okay, well, if I draw from it, so let's bisect this two. So let's bisect this two. If I bisect this one, okay, so by drawing an arc here like this, and then put at this point, so we draw an arc here like this. Okay, so here we can draw a line. So from this point, okay, through the point of intersection of the line, so it goes like this. So it intersects this one at this point, it intersects this one at this point, so I can just draw from here. So once this one and this one intersect, so I can just draw from here to intersect this at this point. I believe you can see what I'm doing. And also we draw from here, so to intersect this at this point like this. And then for this one, we also draw from this point to intersect these lines at this point. So this is the center as we have it here. So what we are to do now is that, so let's see what we are to do. So we are going to draw a vertical line from this point. This is line C here. So I'm going to draw a vertical line from here, touching this line C. This is what I mean. So if I set my set square like this at this point, okay, which is along line C. So if I draw a vertical line from here, so it comes down like this and touches this line C at this point. this is where it touches it. So this is point C here. So let's write small letter C here. And then, so this is for what? This is for B, as you see this line. So this line comes out from B, and then from there we produce this. So we are going to draw a vertical line from this point. So which will touch B at this point here. So here we have B, and this, so this point is for point B here. So we call it B prime. So we also have small letter B, sorry, small letter B. And then, so for D, we come back to that of D later, okay, because this is not a slant line, this is a vertical line. So let's get uh that of A. So this is for A here. So we come to this point here and we draw a vertical line down. So from this point for A, and it touches A at this point. So this is point A here. So here we have A at this point. Okay. Then last one is what? Last one is E. So if we draw a line from this point, so for E, so we draw a line from this point for E. So it comes down like this and touches E at this point. So we have this now. Then let's get that of D. Okay, so D will be along this part here. So what we have to do, so because this line is not a slant line like this, so we have to draw a horizontal line from this point. So we draw a horizontal line from this point to touch this slant line like this. Okay, so now take the compass and take this distance with the compass. Take this distance from here to here. Okay, so have this. So bring it to the center here. So bring it to the center here. So we bring it to the center here, and then we make an arc here up here. Okay, so that is point. So this point is point A, small letter A here, and this is point E, small letter E here, and this point here is point D, so small letter D at this point here. So we join this point together. So join this point together. So we join AB together with a straight line like this. Okay, so we have this, and we join BC together with a straight line, and we join CD together with a straight line like this. Okay, it must be five-sided, and we also join DE together. So we have this, and then we join AE together with a straight line like this. We have this. Okay, so now we are going to produce arching lines on this surface. So we make use of the 45 degrees set square to produce arching lines on this surface. Okay, so with my 45 degrees set square, so I produce arching lines on this surface. So why are we doing that? Because this is going to be a rough surface. So this is a solid object, and when a solid object is cut, okay, so the surface on which it is cut will look rough. Okay, so let's take note of that. So arching lines are produced within continuous line, and they are drawn with 45 degrees set square, and then they are to be equally spaced. So as we have here, so this is the plan of this truncated pentagonal pyramid bed. Before that, we need to make this line a thick line. So you also make this line a thick line from here to here. So make this line a thick line from here to here, and then make this line a thick line from here to here. Those are the slanting side of the pyramid when it is being looked down from the top. Okay, so we have the complete plan here right now. So now let's work on the true shape of the cut surface. So as we have here, so for the true shape of the cut surface, so this is we are going to draw a line at this point. Okay, also at this point, and also at this point, at this point, at this point, and each of the line will be at the right angle to the cutting plane. So since the cutting plane is at angle 30 degree, we are going to use the 60 degree side of the set square to produce the line. So I'm going to set this way. Okay, so set the set square like this and draw a line from this point in this direction. So I'll come to this point also. I will draw a line from here in this direction, and then I'll come to this point. So draw a line from here in this direction. Okay, then I will come to this point. So draw a line from here in this direction, and then I will come here and draw a line. So from here in this direction. So we have this now. All right, so having done that, the next thing that we are going to do is that we are going to start this way. So I'm going to draw a line. So I'll move away from here, and then I will draw a line parallel to the cutting plane. So I'll draw a line parallel to the cutting plane. So this is the line. I have this now. All right, so I need to so looking at what we have here, I will fix a point. So I'm going to fix this point E. So this point E, I will fix it along this line, and also this point C here, I'll fix them. So this is Okay, looking at what we have here. Okay, all right. So let's look at it this way. So I'm going to from this point. This is point A here. I will draw a horizontal line to this side. Draw a horizontal line to this side as we have it here. So then this is point B in the plan. I will draw a horizontal line to this side. Just look at what I'm going to do. So this is point C. I will draw a horizontal line to this side. And this point is point E. I will draw a horizontal line to this side. So then this point D here, I will draw a horizontal line to this side. So we have this now. So then I will come here. Okay. So I will draw a vertical line here. I will draw a vertical line here like this. So draw a vertical line here. So let's not label this point. So this is point A here. So let's put A here. So this is A. Okay. Then this is B. So I'll put the B up here. So this is B. And then this one is what? This is for C. I'll put C here. And this one is for E. So this is point E here. And this one is for D. I'll put D here. So let's take note of what we are doing here. So now the next thing that we are going to do, we need to transfer this point. Okay, we need to transfer this point. So if I'm taking this point now, let's say I'm taking this point as point, this is point E here. Okay, all right. So if I take this point as point E, so let's take this point as point E. So we have E at this point. So let's locate other points. Okay, so so to locate point A, so where do we have A? So we have A along this line. This is where we have A along this line. So we have A along this line. So what I will just do is that, okay, so from this point E here, from point E, okay, from point E, so I will take the distance from here to here. Okay, so distance from here to here, that is from E down to A. So this is E to A here. Okay, I'll take this distance and then bring it to point E here, and then I'll make an arc here like this. So this is point A here. So I'll write small letter A here. Let's take note of what we are doing. So next we have what? We now have what? We have the next point is what? We have point B. So let us locate point B. So let's locate point B. Okay. So to locate point B, okay, I'm looking at what we have here. So I'm looking at, so what about if I draw a line through the center? So if, okay, don't let us put E here. So we just need to, please, just, I don't want, don't let us put E here. Don't let us follow, okay, so let's call this line. So don't let us put E here for now. So let's say this line is the center line. So if I come to the center point here, okay, the center point of the pentagon, and I draw a line from here through the center. Okay, so this is the center line. So I'm going to call this, I'll call it point O here. So this is point O. So here we have O here. So let's take note of that. Okay, now, so if this is point O, so here we have O here. Okay, all right, so I will still put so this if this is the center, okay, if this is the center, so I have what? I have this to be O. Okay, then to now locate the point, so from O to E, so let's take from O to E here. Okay, this line is for O to E, so I have this O to E, so this is O to E. So if I put it here and I locate E at this point, so this is point E here. Okay, then I have E at that point. Then I need to locate, so let's locate point point A. So A is down here. So from that point O again, so I will have A at this point here. So this is A down here. So if I take this distance, so taking this distance, putting the pinpoint here at O, I'll make an arc here. So this is point A now. So this point is point A. So here we have A here. And then, so let's locate, so this is line A. So let's locate B. So let us locate B. So from the same O here to B. So from O here to B. Okay. from O here to B. So here I have B at this point here. So this is B here. Okay, I have B here. So this point is also for O. So B is along this line. So I'll make an arc here for B. So this is B here. So at this point here we have B. So this is B. So this point is point B. Okay, just follow me. All right. So next we have what? We have OC. So OC, this is point C here. Okay, that's very small. Okay, I have C here. So this is line for C. Okay, so this is for C. So I'll come here. Okay, so I'll come here. So the point is very small. Okay, the distance very small. So we make an arc for C here. So this is point C. So here we have C at this point. So what else do we have left? So we need to locate point D. So we need to locate point D. So where is point D? So point D is along this path. So from O to D, from O to D here. So I'll take this distance and then so put the point. So D is along this line. So I'll just put it here. Okay, and then make an arc here. So this is the point for D. So here we have D at this point here like this. So I'm going to join this point together. So if I join AB together like this, so this is AB. Okay, I believe what I explained is clear. Then we join what? We join AE together. So this is AE like this. Okay, then we join ED. So we join them together like this. Okay, we have this, and then we join CD together. So we have this to be CD, and then we also have this so to be BC. So we have this now. So all right, so this is what we are going to get. So we need to hash this surface. Okay, so we produce hatching lines on this surface with the use of 45 degrees square. So we draw like this. Okay, these lines are not parallel to each other, so don't think we shouldn't have used 45 degrees square. These lines, as I see them, they are not parallel to each other. So we are using 45 degrees square to produce this. All right, so this is the true shape as we have here. So here we have this to be true shape. So true shape of the cut surface. So we have true shape here now. So let's work on the end elevation. Let's work on the end elevation. So for the end elevation, we are going to draw a horizontal line in this direction. So we come to this point and we also draw a line in this direction. So we come to this point here, so we draw a line in this direction. Okay, and then so we come to the center here, so we draw a line in this direction. So coming to point C here, we draw a line in this direction. So this point here, we also draw a line, that is point E, draw a line in this direction, and then we come to point C on the object. So this contains, we draw a line in this direction. It contains both C and E, and then coming up here to point D, we draw a line in this direction. And then up here, I'm going to draw a line in this direction, and then at point E here, so we draw a line. At point A here, so we draw a line. At point D, so we also draw a line. Then at point B, so we draw a line, and here at point C, draw a line. So we have this now. All right, so what we are going to do here now is to take the set square. So we draw a line at a right angle from this point to these horizontal lines. So we have this. So this point here, so this contains AB, so it contains AB. So we draw a vertical line from here, so it goes up like this. Okay, and then so let's bring out the pyramid normally. So let's bring out the pyramid normally. So if I come to this point here, I have this to be point ED. So sorry, EC, and this point is point D. So we have this now. So the center point as we have here. So let's get the center point. So this is the center point here. So I have this to be center point. So I'm going to draw a vertical line from here up like this. Okay, then we come to this point here, we draw a horizontal line from this point like this. So we have this now. So we join this point together. So join this point together, which is for AB. So join them together like this for AB. So we have this now. And then, so this is for what? This is for CE. So here we have this, we join this together, and then this is for D. So we join these together like this. Okay, so we have this now. All right, so let's bring out the shape that we have here. So we don't need to draw this. Okay, so let's see where they intersect. Let's see where they intersect. Okay, so looking at this now, so this is point E. Okay, so where do we have E along this part? This is line E here. Okay, so this point, it goes up like this, and then along this part we have E at this point. This is point E. Okay, let's take note of that. So just let me write small letter E here. All right, so then, so next, so let us locate C. So this is C, and if I go like this, it goes up like this. So C is along this line. So if I go up like this is point C here. So I have C at this point. Let's take note. And then the next is, let's locate point A. So A is along this line. This is A along this line, and we go up like this. Okay, so looking at what we have here, so A is here. So A is here. So this point is point A. So let's take note. This is point A here. And then for B, so if if you go like this, so B is along this, okay? And then B is along this, and then we have B. So this line is for B. So this is point B here. So come here, this is point B. So I'm going to write B here at this point. So we have this. So next we have what? We have D. So it is D that we need. We have located 4 out of 5. So D, so I could come like this. So this is D, and going up like this. So we have D along this center line. So this is point D here. So this is point D. So we have D here like this. So we just need to join this point together to form the irregular pentagon that this gives us. So we join this point together like this, and then we also join this point. So we join them together like this, and then we join this together, and then we join this together. All right, so this line will be a thick line like this. Okay, so this line will be a thick line. As we are looking at it here, we are going to see this corner, and this corner. Okay, so and then, all right, so this corner, so that we have here for E and C, so this will be a thick line like this. Okay, and then so this will also be a thick line for B and A, and then so all right, so that's what we have here. So then we join this line, we make this line a thick line from here to here. So we also need to hash this surface. We need to produce hatching lines on this surface. So with the 45 degrees set square, we produce hatching lines here. All right, so this is the end elevation as we see it here. So we have been able to produce the complete plan, the true shape, and also the end elevation of this pentagonal based pyramid, which is truncated. Thank you, and God bless you.